Okay, here's a quick review on Scantools. Scantools is information from a module or network. I'm not talking about a scan reader, a code reader either. I'm talking about an actual scan tool. That's an advantage of having a scan tool and a code reader. A scan tool can look at PIDs. That's data. That's parameter identification data. That's sensor data. Monitor status, like would be an output device, like on the monitor RAM. Software updates. Some scan tools can even do software level updates. Reprogramming, I should say. In my opinion, if you get a good scan tool, you should be able to do bi-directional control, which is this one. Bi-directional control is basically controlling output devices like injectors, EGRs, vent solenoids, purge solenoids, evac systems, air injection pumps, and some cards ignition triggering. That's mode A for bi-directional control. A scan should be able to read trouble codes. Now you got code readers and a scan tool. A scan tool can do everything above plus read codes. A code reader just read codes. And network health check. That's more advanced scan tools on a network system. You got OE specified scan tools for the factory, like for hybrids. You got generic scan tools. Some generic or aftermarket scan tools will get close to manufacturers' scan tools, but just not manufacturer scan tools. But they get a lot that's really pretty close and pretty good. First thing, parameter identification data. A scan tool should be able to look at parameter data. Input PIDs like sensor inputs, output PIDs like actuators, like EGRs, purge solenoids, vent solenoids, air pump, injectors, output devices, short-term, long-term fuel trim. A good scan tool should be able to show you calculated engine load, calculated PIDs, like on a map of mass airflow. Stats PIDs, like open loop, closed loop, monitor readiness. Let's see, scan to PIDs, sensor values, switches on off, command output actuator states, module identification information. Sometimes somebody can switch the computer and you don't even know about it. You try and get through small check and run the monitors, and it won't do it because it has the wrong computer in it. System status, open closed loop as an example, and store codes. A scan tool should be able to do all this for you. Input PIDs would be speed, temperature, brakes, gear, fuel level, fuel tank pressure, throttle position, barrel, map, O2 sensor reading, and battery voltage. All these are input to the PCM to help control the airflow mixture and drivability. The output would be fuel pumps. Output, consider as actuators. When you see a sensor like this one, they inputs. They tell the computer what's going on in the physical world. For example, speed. Right? You cranking the car over, or you driving down the street, something got to the computer how fast you're going. Something got to the computer you're starting the car up. That's an input, that's a sensor. Temperature the same way. An output is the hands of the computer, the actuators. They act out the command from the computer once it receives a sensor input. Outputs could be fuel pump, injector duration, idle control, purge, vent, EGRs, O2 sensor heaters, cooling fan, charging system, transmission shift. Okay, all these are output devices the computer uses to help the vehicle drive correctly. Calculated PIDs. That's another one. We have fuel trim, calculated engine load, torque converter clutch slippage, converter inferred temperature, gear ratio, and barrel pressure. All these are the main inputs and outputs of your scan. A scan tool should be able to do for you.